The atmosphere surrounding the league has shifted dramatically in recent weeks, with whispers circulating that the Cowboys might finally have found the spark their offense desperately needed. For years, critics have pointed to inconsistencies and missed opportunities as the key weaknesses, preventing the team from climbing to the very top of the standings. And now those doubts are colliding with the arrival of a figure whose name alone generates intrigue and speculation: STROUD, a quarterback whose reputation as a precise, intelligent, and fearless leader has been building steadily, is reportedly set to step into a system that, on paper, seems perfectly tailored to his skill set. The idea of pairing Stroud with a dynamic supporting cast that has been growing quietly, but steadily, is tantalizing for fans and analysts alike, fueling endless conversations about what this could mean for the balance of power in the conference, even before a single pass is thrown in a regular season scenario. Speculation has reached fever pitch, with commentators theorizing that Stroud's ability to read defenses, manipulate coverage, and extend plays could inject a level of excitement and unpredictability that the Cowboys haven't seen in years. Sources close to the organization suggest that the coaching staff is eager to tailor offensive schemes around Stroud's unique strengths, a move that could redefine how the team approaches critical moments in high-pressure games. Every rumor surrounding this potential acquisition has been dissected and analyzed, with analysts highlighting not just Stroud's impressive college track record, but also the intangibles that make quarterbacks transcend their numbers: leadership, composure under duress, and the capacity to galvanize a locker room are qualities that rarely appear in spreadsheets, but are frequently cited by insiders as essential for elevating a franchise. Conversations in sports circles have increasingly revolved around the idea that Stroud might bring a cultural shift as well as a tactical advantage, altering the very identity of the Cowboys' offense. Speculation suggests that veteran receivers are already envisioning new ways to exploit mismatches and open passing lanes, while the offensive line may be adjusting schemes to maximize Stroud's mobility and timing. Fans have taken to social media to share predictions ranging from immediate playoff contention to long-term dynasty potential, feeding a narrative that blends excitement with cautious optimism. The sheer amount of anticipation surrounding every practice report, preseason scrimmage, and press conference has created an atmosphere where even small hints of Stroud's performance are magnified and debated endlessly. Rumors also indicate that this move could influence contract negotiations, roster adjustments, and draft strategies, signaling that the ripple effects extend far beyond the quarterback position itself, potentially reshaping the competitive landscape of the division. Some insiders hint at the possibility that Stroud's presence could force a philosophical evolution in the Cowboys' approach to game planning, with play calling becoming more aggressive, nuanced, and tailored to exploit specific defensive tendencies. Analysts speculate that this could lead to higher scoring games, extended drives that exhaust opponents, and a level of strategic sophistication that other teams may struggle to counter. The narrative emerging from practice reports, interviews, and unofficial channels paints a picture of a player whose confidence and vision inspire those around him, potentially revitalizing not just the offense, but the entire team culture. The speculation intensifies when considering Stroud's ability to make pinpoint throws on the move, anticipate coverage shifts, and execute under pressure, suggesting that the Cowboys could see a level of efficiency and creativity that has been absent. For years, observers point out that the synergy between Stroud and the skill position players might create matchup nightmares for defenses. With quick release passes, precise deep shots, and innovative motion schemes becoming hallmarks of this new offensive era. Rumors also hint at off-field influence, suggesting that Stroud's work ethic, preparation routines, and media-savvy persona could set a tone that permeates the organization, reinforcing discipline and professionalism. Meanwhile, fans and analysts alike debate whether this could spark a domino effect in the division, forcing rivals to adapt, rethink strategies, and perhaps accelerate their own rebuilding processes to counter what could be a transformative force. The juxtaposition of the Cowboys' rumored ascension with the struggles of division rivals adds a compelling narrative layer that fuels speculation even further. Observers have noted that while the Eagles have stumbled in key moments, the Cowboys' potential infusion of talent and leadership could shift the balance, creating tension, anticipation, and a renewed sense of rivalry drama. Social media chatter reflects a mix of excitement and skepticism, with some claiming that Stroud is a generational talent ready to elevate the franchise. while others caution that transitioning from college success to professional dominance is a precarious path filled with uncertainty. Analysts argue that even if Stroud performs at a high level, complementary factors such as coaching decisions, injury management, and team chemistry will play decisive roles in determining whether the Cowboys can truly capitalize on his presence. Meanwhile, rumors suggest that internal meetings and strategy sessions have been abuzz with talk of new formations, dual quarterback packages, and offensive adjustments designed to integrate Stroud seamlessly into the existing system. The intrigue is heightened by subtle signals from the front office, cryptic social media posts, and cautious optimism from veteran players who may see their roles evolve in response to Stroud's arrival. Every whisper of speculation contributes to a narrative that blends hope, uncertainty, and the tantalizing possibility of a new era dawning in the division, a story that seems destined to dominate conversation for months to come. Observers point to historical precedents, where quarterback acquisitions have sparked dramatic transformations, noting that while talent is critical, the intangibles often define the legacy of such moves. Analysts speculate that Stroud could catalyze a renaissance not just on the field, but also in terms of fan engagement, media coverage, and commercial momentum. From a narrative perspective, this aligns with the broader trend of franchises seeking marquee players who embody skill, charisma, and leadership, creating storylines that transcend statistics and generate sustained attention. Rumors also suggest that Stroud's integration into the Cowboys could influence draft priorities, free agent acquisitions, and even coaching hires, signaling a comprehensive approach to building around a quarterback with the potential to redefine expectations. The discussion extends to rivalries, with the suggestion that the presence of a high-profile, high-impact quarterback could reignite competitive tension, increase viewership, and elevate the stakes of every matchup. Strategists and commentators speculate about new offensive wrinkles, faster tempos, and situational innovations designed to amplify Stroud's impact, adding layers of complexity and anticipation to an already compelling narrative. The persistent buzz underscores the sense that this is more than a player acquisition. It is a potential cultural and tactical pivot that could have cascading consequences across the league and redefine perceptions of what the Cowboys are capable of achieving. Finally, the anticipation surrounding Stroud's potential debut has sparked a kind of storytelling frenzy, with hypothetical scenarios, alternative realities, and what-if discussions dominating fan forums and media analysis. Rumors indicate that team meetings, practice observations, and even casual conversations around the facility are charged with excitement and speculation, reflecting the widespread belief that Stroud's presence could catalyze unprecedented offensive productivity. Experts emphasize that while this remains speculative, the very act of imagining Stroud orchestrating drives, connecting with receivers, and executing under pressure contributes to a narrative that is compelling, provocative, and endlessly debatable. Fans have created countdowns, highlight reels, and discussion threads that speculate on everything from his first touchdown pass to potential playoff implications. Illustrating the magnetic pull of a high-profile quarterback rival, the conversation is further enriched by comparisons to past legends, debates over his readiness for professional defenses, and conjecture about how quickly he can adapt to the nuances of the league. Rumors also hint at a broader marketing strategy, with Stroud's arrival framed as a potential turning point in the franchise's identity, one that could reinvigorate the fan base, redefine expectations, and set the stage for an era that blends athletic excellence with narrative drama. The resulting atmosphere is one of electric anticipation, where every mention of his name reverberates through media channels, fan communities, and analyst discussions, creating a sense of inevitability around a transformation that may or may not materialize but is impossible to ignore. Rumors swirling around the Cowboys suggest that C.J. Stroud's influence could extend far beyond the confines of the offensive playbook, potentially reshaping the psychological and strategic mindset of the entire team. Sources hint that locker room dynamics are already shifting subtly, with veteran players reportedly adjusting their routines, reviewing film more intensely, and seeking input on how to complement Stroud's style, creating a sense of cohesion that has been notably absent in previous seasons. Analysts speculate that this newfound energy could manifest in unexpected ways during games, with precise timing between quarterback and receivers, innovative motion and formation adjustments, and a willingness to take calculated risks that might have seemed uncharacteristic For the franchise in past years, the conversation extends beyond tactics, as some insiders suggest that Stroud's work ethic and preparation habits could establish a cultural benchmark, encouraging younger players to elevate their performance while inspiring confidence among those who have previously struggled to synchronize with the team's offensive rhythm. Observers have also noted that the coaching staff appears increasingly comfortable exploring unconventional strategies, potentially using Stroud's mobility and field vision to introduce dynamic elements into the passing game that other teams might find difficult to anticipate. Meanwhile, speculation continues about whether this could influence the team's long-term identity, shifting them from a traditionally conservative approach to one that embraces innovation, creativity, and aggressive decision-making, with Stroud at the center of this transformation. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. Some analysts believe that Stroud's presence could trigger a domino effect in the division, particularly when examining matchups against traditional rivals. The Cowboys' rumored offensive recalibration is generating speculation that defenses, which have long relied on exploiting predictable tendencies, may now face a quarterback whose adaptability and vision force constant adjustments. Insiders claim that even minor variations in coverage could be magnified by Stroud's anticipation, precise timing, and ability to read the field under pressure, potentially creating mismatches that opponents struggle to neutralize. Fans and commentators alike have begun theorizing about the Stroud effect, where each defensive adjustment is met with rapid countermeasures, elevating not only individual matchups, but the overall strategic depth of the game. Rumors suggest that team meetings have increasingly focused on situational awareness, red zone efficiency, and exploiting defensive tendencies, with Stroud at the center of discussions, guiding decisions and offering insights that might previously have fallen solely within the coaching realm. Social media has exploded with hypothetical scenarios imagining how Stroud could dominate rival matchups, and while these remain speculative, the narrative momentum surrounding his potential impact is undeniable. Discussions even extend to potential playoff scenarios, with fans debating how Stroud's arrival could shift the competitive balance, and whether this signals a new era of supremacy for the Cowboys. Insiders hint that the excitement surrounding Stroud is also influencing off-field dynamics, including media coverage, marketing strategies, and fan engagement. Analysts speculate that his high-profile arrival could spark a surge in merchandise sales, media appearances, and overall brand visibility for the Cowboys, creating a feedback loop that reinforces the narrative of transformation. Rumors suggest that even casual interactions between players and Stroud are scrutinized for clues, with every interview, practice observation, or cryptic social media post dissected by fans and journalists alike. The anticipation surrounding his first snaps, first completions, and potential highlight plays has created an atmosphere where speculation thrives, fueling endless debate and analysis. Coaches, meanwhile, are reportedly experimenting with subtle playbook adjustments to test how Stroud responds under varying conditions, generating additional intrigue among insiders who are attempting to predict the full extent of his influence. Speculation even extends to potential leadership implications, with some suggesting that Stroud could redefine the quarterback's role in terms of team cohesion, accountability, and culture. Every rumor, report, or insider hint contributes to a growing narrative that is as much about identity and perception as it is about on-field performance, creating a sense of anticipation that transcends statistics or immediate outcomes. There is growing chatter that the integration of Stroud into the Cowboys system could force opponents to rethink defensive strategies entirely. Analysts speculate that his unique combination of accuracy, mobility, and field awareness might make conventional schemes obsolete, requiring rival coordinators to innovate in order to counter a quarterback capable of exploiting subtle weaknesses in coverage. Rumors suggest that defensive preparation now includes specialized film sessions, focused solely on anticipating Stroud's decision-making patterns, highlighting how seriously his presence is being taken across the league. Fans have latched onto this narrative, debating whether even historically dominant defenses will struggle to contain a quarterback whose skill set challenges traditional paradigms. Meanwhile, insider commentary emphasizes that success will not depend solely on Stroud, but on how quickly teammates, coordinators, and support staff can adapt to the tempo, rhythm, and unpredictability that he is rumored to bring, the speculation feeds into broader debates about potential records, statistical benchmarks, and even the long-term evolution of the Cowboys' offensive philosophy. Each rumor, no matter how small, adds fuel to a narrative that blends excitement with uncertainty, encouraging endless conversations about what the future might hold for both Stroud and the franchise. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.